Ha ha! What's going on, everybody? What's going on YouTube, Facebook, and all the social media networks? Is TMD Sports in conjunction and association with Cleveland 13 News, and we have a very special show for you tonight. We have a very interesting guest, but before we get to our guest, and this man is very prestigious, I gotta give a shout out to my girl Chrissy Cutie. Chrissy is in the build. Chrissy, let them know what's good, baby.
Hey, what's happening, everyone? Oh my goodness! So they've put out the forecast for hurricanes this season, and I know I'm shaking in my sandals now. Barry, how you feeling?
Well,
Yeah.
now that you kind of spoiled it.
Yeah.
Well, he's already there.
We have a very special guest. This man is.
That's a woman's
When I
job.
say-
That's a woman's job to pull things.
I know, don't they do it? But I wanted to get to it. This man is. This man is very prestigious when it comes to writing sports articles for Sports Nation, Dolls by Nature. He's a senior staff writer. He's been on the show multiple times. We appreciate him so much. Barry Shuck, like he's shucking them corn on the cob. Barry Shuck is in the building. Barry, let him know what's good, man. How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm doing real well. We got an appointment to see you these days, so I feel very fortunate to have Marcus Donald in the house, because I thought it was just going to be Christy and I talking about whatever she wanted to talk about. But hey, we got you too. That's awesome.
Hey, they say that flattery will get you everywhere. And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
To get to this, we wanted to get to this issue. As you well know, the NFL has decided to change the kickoff rules. So, Christy, this is like her favorite little topic she wanted to talk about. I think it's going to be more exciting. Christy, break it down. Christy, what's the change that the NFL is going to endure right now as far as the kickoff rule? Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, it's going to look completely different because the kicker is going to be off by himself, back on his, what is it, the 35-yard line, I think.
Yeah, correct.
And the kickoff line and like where his team is going to set off, the kickoff team, they are going to be lined up on the 40. The opponent's 40. So the team that is going to return the balls, they're going to be on their 40. And then the return team, they're going to be lined up 10 yards across from them. And they're going to stay there. And they're not going to get past a certain point until the ball lands either in someone's arms inside the 20-yard line or in the end zone. And it's just going to make kickoff returns so much safer. Mr. Deacon's going to put up a graphic for you guys because I know I'm not explaining this very well. But you'll get
it. You were good. You were good. The polls in the 40s. You were good. You were good. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys? I'm going to ask Barry. What do you think about this? I think it's going to make the game more exciting because once you get past that wall, one good block, and you got guys. If you get, you still got guys in the league who are like, let's take Turpin from the Cowboys. You got guys who can really take advantage of that one block, and they're gone. Yep. You're going to see, like you said, with the UFL, you've seen a lot of great returns. I think this is going to make the game more exciting to watch. As a kid, the kickoff, that was my joint. I used to love that. I want to kick off. I want to return punts. I want to do that now. What do you think about that?
Well, I played on kickoff team. I played on all special teams, but the thing about it is you got to stay in your lane. You can't go left. You can't go right. If it's me, you, Christy, we're all going down in like rows and staying in our lane. And it's the same thing. It's just shorten the field. What this XFL, and this is where it came from. It came from the XFL. They used it 1.5 seasons because in 2020, when the XFL started up as XFL, the second version, COVID shut them down. So they played 5 games. Then they played a full season last year. So they played it 1.5 years with this kickoff. Basically, what it does is instead of teams starting at the 25, they now start about the 32, 33-yard line. All the kickoffs that I've seen last year, 2 kickoffs were run back for touchdowns. and one was a play where they went one way and then they did a overhand backwards pass, and then he ran it back. But there were only 2 kickoffs for touchdowns all of last year in the XFL, no matter how many they are. It basically, it cuts down the traditional one. And if we were running the traditional one, we'd go down 30 yards like ninjas, like banshees, and we would just anything and everything. And so what this does is it doesn't give us 30 yards to run. It gives us 10 yards to trot and stay in your lane. And all it really does is it improves the starting point. I did a story once on, is the NFL trying to kill the kickoff? And I gave reasons of why things are happening the way that they are. When the AAF was in business and, it closed halfway, they didn't have kickoffs at all. You just got the ball at the 25 and was first down. That's just how they deal with it. The XFL has done this. But I'm going to tell you something about this XFL kickoff. When you watch it, think of this. If you ever played electric football, which was like a 60s and a 70s thing, you would line your guys up, and then you push a button and they'd all go.
Correct. Yeah.
That's exactly what this kickoff reminds me of. Because what happens is now the only 2 players that can move are the kicker and the return man. Okay. So the kicker kicks it. Now the NFL has a different rule versus the XFL. The NFL requires the kicker to kick it between the 20 and the goal line and between the 2 sidelines. If they don't, it's on the 40. If they kick it out of bounds, it's on the 40. They require, the XFL did not require that. If it goes into the end zone, it goes to the 35 and not the 25. So if it's a touchback, but the NFL
so Barry, let me ask you.
Requires.
Do you think this is going to make this more exciting? Do you think they're going to find a weakness in this? Or do you think you don't think it's going to be you think it's just going to be playing, they're going to get shut down? You don't think no guys are going to be able to get through this?
Hey, when the ball goes out of bounds in basketball, a guy picks it up and he throws it to his teammate. This is just putting the ball in play.
Barry is not a fan of this.
I think they're going to find a way to. You always find a way through. No matter what you do, you can have the best defense. And these guys are in practice now. Special teams are in practice now, and I think they're going to find a way, a loophole, and they're going to exploit it. I do. That's just me. It's the NFL. These guys are very athletic. These guys are very talented. I think they're going to find a way, and once they find a way, they're going to exploit it.
I just think what's going to happen is your starting position on the offense is going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 yards farther up the field, and in the end, that's all it's going to be.
All right.
So it's going to be safer for the kickoff return.
Safer for everybody, and that's what they want. They don't want people to get knocked out. They don't want people to be in concussion protocol. I mean, you're out for 9 days.
Yep.
I mean, that's just mandatory. 9 days, you're out.
Yeah. So, Bear, let me ask you, have you taken a look at the schedule for the Browns this year? Have you taken a good, close look at the schedule?
Geez, that's brutal.
I think everybody has. Any Browns fan has.
I don't think it's brutal. So Barry, you looked at the schedule. What do you think the Browns' record is going to be this year?
I would like to see them win 10 games.
Oh.
That's what I'd like to see them do. Okay. Look at look at the last 5 games. Steelers, Chiefs, Bengals, Dolphins, Ravens. That could be 5 losses on the back end. And if you're realistic about it, if you look at the roster and you look at just the weak teams from last year, The only ones that you can go down the list and say this is a definite win: Saints, Redskins, Giants, Raiders. That's it. Four games that you can look at and say that's a definite win. All the rest are a question mark, and it's going to be hard to. I mean, all the AFC North, it wasn't a losing team last year.
Correct.
You know, and that's
so.
That's
you stay
without.
So you're saying 10-7? Is that what you're saying?
I would like to see 10-7. I think that would be a good season if they went 10-7. If they could steal a win from somebody and get an 11th, but then again they could lose one they're not supposed to and do 9 wins. You know, last year we could have won 12 games if we wanted to play full out against the Bengals in the last game. We could have gone, 12-5 last year, but we didn't. We rested all our guys, and I agree with that. But the schedule is rough. I mean, you've got the Chargers are going to be good. We got the Eagles. We got Dallas starting out. Jacksonville should have been a playoff team. Jacksonville had a 3-game lead, and the second half, they blew it. They're going to be better, and we got them early.
It's good that we have our bye week later in the season. I mean, we had it so early in the season last year. I think that really hurt us big time. So having it, towards the back end of the season is going to do us a lot of favors this year.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is. We are so far up against it. I didn't even know it was going to go this far. I have so much mad, crazy editing to do, but we got it in the show right here. And Barry, I appreciate you, man, all day. Like I said, if you guys don't, Barry, let them know where they can find you. Let them know where they can find you and what you do.
Dogsbynature.com. That's DAWGS by nature.com. It's part of SB Nation. SB Nation has a team site for every sport. So if you're a Cavs fan, if you're a Guardians fan, there is a site for that, and we are the Browns site. I am working on a story right now that the NFL may get rid of the chain crew. And if you've ever watched tennis, you ever watch soccer, and they've got this this system that's over in Europe is where these people are from. They've got a system that will tell if a player's offsides or if the soccer ball is fully off the line for a goal or if it's on the line. Well, the NFL has been testing this, and all of preseason this year, that technology is going to be used for every single preseason game. At the end of the last preseason game, if the NFL likes what they see, they are going to rubber stamp it. And in week 1, we will not have a chain crew. We will have digital imaging that will determine first downs, where 10 yards is. The chain crews has been since 1907. Wow. 2 sticks and a chain. And you think about it, if Christie spots the ball on the 42-yard line, and I've got the back stick and Marcus has the front stick, I'm just lining up my stick where I think Christie spotted it. Now, it may have been 2 inches to the left or 2 inches to the right out of place, but I put my stick down. We pull it tight. Marcus has pulled it tight on the front. The back stick determines whether that's a first down or a change of possession, and they're trying to get rid of that. Well, this will be the very last physical aspect of the game that they will get rid of. Now, if they vote yes, they're going to still keep a chain crew on the opposite side as a backup, but the digital imaging will be whether it's a first down or not. So, new kickoff this year, Guardian caps this year, digital imaging for first down. Those are changes just this season alone.
So crazy.
dogsbynature.com. I really had a good time. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Barry.
Always. And we appreciate you. Let us know if you need us to co-write some more articles. We love it and we appreciate it, man. Barry just dipped. It is what it is. And like we say every week. What we say every week, Chrissy? Hold on.
You say every week, go Browns, bitches.
God damn right. And we'll see y'all next week.